Hello and welcome to Musicians Edition. I'm Evan, and in this video where I'm going to be going into sight reading on the piano, something I introduced a bit earlier that we're going to start diving deeper into. So this is going to be going into the first thing after I teach my students to recognize the names of the notes on the clefs. This is going to be reading gaps between notes. And once we learn to identify those, we can move much quicker along the piano, progress through our songs easier. Because instead of going through reading, okay, F, A, C, that's a C, every good boy, that's a B. No, we can just do name that first note and then look at the gap between all the notes after that. From C, I'm going down one, up two, down one, down two, and so on and so on. And we're just moving our fingers across the keys that length as we're reading along instead of doing each individual note name, just following those gaps or intervals. And so that's especially helpful on the piano where we can play 2, 3, or 4 notes at one time with one hand playing some of those chords. So we can be able to read those and play them much quicker if we just look at, the bottom note and then up two, okay, that's my chord, so that's how I'm gonna position my fingers, instead of naming all 3 of those notes. So in this video, we're gonna start off by going up or down one note at a time, playing these out melodically. In future videos, I'll put out playing them harmonically so we can practice chords, and then we'll add in bigger and bigger gaps as we go here. But these small ones, seconds and thirds, is really gonna help quicken you up at first because they're the easiest ones to read to get you in the hang of what we're gonna be doing here. So we're gonna tune up our skills here, starting off with a couple exercises, then we'll finish with a song at the end. So let's go ahead and jump into it by looking at a picture here to help refresh us on intervals or teach us something new if this is new for you. So this is what it looks like in C major, just following all the white keys. So if I were to play C and then C again, that'd be called unison, or also a first interval. You can see the 1 under there. If we go C to D, we're going up 1 key, but it's called a second interval. And if we do go from C to E, that's 2 keys up in our scale, but it's called a third interval. All right, let's go ahead and jump into this by going over to the piano. Let's start with some exercises. All right, over on the piano now, here's an exercise I give first to help students read this way. It's clefless and just about whole notes, so we can focus on just the gaps and do it with both hands. We can do right hand first and then switch to the left hand, just assuming that clef would be there on the left side for us to go off of. And this is all going up or down just one note at a time, just to get you in the mindset of name that first note. Everything after that is just gaps moving up or down this amount. So this is all just moving up or down one note at a time. So let's start off as if we had a treble clef here on this one. We're playing this with our right hand. If this was a treble clef with your right hand, that first note would be G. So that would be the G above middle C, right here. And from G, we're gonna go down, down, up, and so on and so on. We'll figure that out along the way. Okay, so it looks like G is gonna be around the middle of where we're gonna be playing. So I'll be playing my middle finger on G. We'll just play G, down one, up one, down, up, down, down, up, down, up. And I don't have to know any note names after G. I'm just going up or down by the amount that I see on there, which is just one note for all of these. And that's the trick I'm trying to get you in the hang of, because that's so much quicker than G, okay, space, so F, okay, now that's a line, the first one, that's E, okay, and then back to F, and so on. It's so much easier to just think down or up. So let's go ahead and play that with the right hand one more time. I won't talk along with this one, so you can just follow as I play. We're starting on G once again, and 1, 2, here we go. And to check yourself at the end, you should be ending up on F. So now if we do play this out with our left hand, if we read this as a bass clef on the left hand, that means that first note instead of G is now going to be B. So we'll go ahead and find that B on the piano. And we're going to play that with our middle finger to start off, because that B is right around the middle of where we're going to be playing. And so again, we'll just be looking at this as down or up. And so you can follow along with me here with the left hand. 1, 2, here we go. checking ourselves at the end, we should be finishing on A, if we followed that correctly. Now let's move on to our next one. So that one was all just second intervals, moving up or down one note at a time. This one is going to have some hops in it where we're going to go up by 2 notes at a time, called that third interval. So most of the time we'll be doing movements of up or down one note. There is going to be 4 hops in here where we're going to go up or down by 2 notes. So instead of playing B to C, that would be B to D, or if we're going down, instead of E to D, E to C. All right, so here's what this one's going to look like. Go ahead and take a look at it before we play and see if you can find those hops. What we're looking for is line to line or space to space, whereas going up or down one at a time is always line to space or space to line. We're looking at 2 next to each other that match, line to line or space to space. Okay, that 3rd to 4th one you can see line to line. 5th to 6th one, then space to space after that. Later on we'll see line to line followed by a space to space. Other than that, we're going to be all up or down one note at a time. So let's go ahead and play this one out, and I'll point out the hops as we play. So if this is right hand treble clef, that first note is going to be D. So let's go ahead and we'll find a D we can play. We'll go right here. All right, so from D, we're going down, up, and this is our hop down. You can see line to line, so that's D to 2 fingers down, B. Back up 1, another hop up, 2 fingers up is going to put me at E. Up 1, down, up, hop down 2 here. We're going to go from F to D, up 1, and then a hop up, so skip 1. We're going to go up to G, down to F, E, D, D. All right, let's do that one more time without me counting it out. Let's go ahead and play that all together. Again, we're starting at D here. 1, 2, here we go. There we go. Let's just go ahead and switch this over to the left hand. We'll play it out with that one too. So if this is a bass clef, we would be reading that first note as an F. We can play this F right here. And let's go ahead and follow that same thing. 1, 2, here we go. Checking yourself at the end, we should be finishing on F once again. All right, I've got one more of these to practice seconds and thirds. The last one had mostly seconds moving up one note. This is going to have mostly hops of 2 with a few gaps of 1. So flipping that around a bit, we're going to be mostly hopping, a few gaps of 1 along the way here. So you can see most of these are line to line or space to space. That rhythm just gets broken a couple times along the way here. So take a look at this one before we play. Make sure you can see where those hops are, where those just gaps of 1 are going to be. So we're looking where it switches from lines over to spaces for those gaps of just 1. Otherwise, we're hopping around. So if this is treble clef, okay, so we can see that first note is going to be a G. And that looks to be the lowest note we play, so I'm going to start off that one with my thumb. And here we go. From G, we go hop up, hop down, hop, hop. And so this is just our gap of 1. We should be going up just 1 to E. Hop down, hop back up, hop up again. 2 G's there. Down just 1, we can see it goes from space to line. Rest of the ones are hops down. Down, down, down. Check yourself. You should finish off on G, which is what we started off at. All right, one more time without me talking along to it. Let's do it all together. 1, 2, here we go. And checking that again, we should be on G. Okay, so if this was left hand bass clef, we should be starting on B. And so again, B is the lowest note we're going to play. So I'm going to start with my left pinky. And here we go. Here we go. We should finish off on B, so check yourself with that. If you missed one, go ahead and look back at it and make sure you do end up on B, right where we started at. All right, we went through that. Let's go ahead and finish with a song. This is Fuzzy Wuzzy, a really short one to just practice what we did with some different rhythmic notes mixed in here. Just one hand at a time, and we'll trade between left and right. So, here we go. Okay, we're starting off with the left hand here. That first note you can see is going to be a B. After that, we're not worrying about note names. We're just going to try and read this and play it as quick as we can. So look at this first line here. It's all left hand. All gaps of down 1, then the same note, up 2, then down 1, down 1. So practice what we just applied here. Don't think about naming each individual note. Look at that first note as a B and just go off of that. So starting with B, we go down, down, same one again, hop up 2, down 1, and we should finish on G. And altogether, playing that rhythmically, we have all quarter notes and just a half note at the end. So again, let's start up on B. 1, 2, here we go. That's that. Second line, we're going to go ahead and mix left and right hand together here. Right around that middle C most of the time here. We're starting off at middle C. And we're going to go left hand. So just the right hand's only playing middle C here. Once here and then once at the start of the next measure. And so really, if those clefs were closer together, it would be easier to see the just going down 1. But to help us out here, they do have the note name written in there. It's C, then going down 1 to B with the left hand, down 1, again, back up to middle C, down to B, down 1. So all together here, 1, 2, here we go. There it is. All right, let's go to the third line here. We should be able to get through this quicker and quicker as we keep going here. Starting off on a B, we're going to switch to the right hand middle C, up 1, back down 1, then back to B, down 1 from B there. Okay, 1, 2, here we go. That's it. Quarters with 2 half notes at the end. And now here we're going to have the last line, all left hand, all just the same note played all the way. So very, very easy. 2 quarters, then 2 rests. Rest, 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 rest. So looking at this whole thing, we only practice it one time. Using what we learned with gaps, let's go ahead and practice it. So left hand starting off, right hand only plays C, and then there's 1 D that it's going to play. Otherwise, it's all the left hand. All the way through. 1, 2, here we go. And we're done. Thank you for tuning into this lesson on sight reading, reading those melodic second and third intervals, going up or down one or two at a time. I hope this helps getting started into sight reading with those gaps there. Stay tuned to future videos. We'll be doing chords, playing these gaps harmonically, and then going higher and higher up to fourths and fifths to really help with our sight reading. Have fun playing and see you next time.